So guess what happens when you fully commit to carnivore? Like fully 2 feet in, head first, nosedive into carnivore. You start to figure things out. And I don't think I'd have this kind of clarity if it wasn't for fully committing to my 90 days and then continuing from there. So what I'm starting to figure out for myself is I grew up vegan. That was my MO, it was my familiar place. It was the place that I always went to for safety when nothing else made sense in terms of food and navigating body stuff. It was just where I went. And when I realized that veganism was no longer working for my body, I mean, I was literally breaking down, I landed in carnivore because most of us end up here because it's a last resort. It's like the last thing we do before we just give up, right? From a chronic pain standpoint and a mental health standpoint. So my old vegan ways, I don't know how many calories I used to consume. It was probably quite minimal if you think about a high volume, low fat vegan diet. I don't know what that looked like because I never ever tracked. I just ate and I went along my merry way. And for the longest time I was inspired and felt great until I no longer did. Now, having gone through 90 days, and this is why the 90 days is so critical, is that the first 30 to 40 days, I was just eating. Like I was re-nourishing and pumping myself full of amino acids and healthy fats and what my body just craved after years of being deprived of that. Excuse me. There comes a point where you don't need as much as you once did because you're nourished. And that's your body in a safety space. That's parasympathetic rest and digest. You're on cruise control. And what I have learned is that high protein, lowering the fat content for my body to kind of match what I used to do is helping me to thrive off of meat consumption, not veggie and fruit consumption, which was hurting me, but actual animal foods now. But in a calorie cruise, we'll just call it calorie cruise. And with that and that mindfulness and tracking has really helped me to do that. I'm able to satisfy both my body needs and my mind and emotional needs because I'm not doing this blindly. So if you're in one of those places where you're like, God, you're not sure, you want to do carnivore, but you're not sure why it is that you don't feel so great, start tracking, make sure that you've given yourself 90 days, and then give yourself some wiggle room. I'll make a longer form video on this.